Welcome everyone to HFN. Today is August the 1st, 2020, and this video here is going to be about this particular stock right here is screaming sell. Okay, this stock that we're going to talk about in this video is definitely, from the trap's perspective, is telling us that it is weak and that the movement to the downside is still in play. Before we talk about it, if this is your first time watching our video, hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe to our channel. And then I want to plug you all in on our own website, which you're looking at right now. This is our website, HueFinancial.com. Definitely want you all to come on over, become a member. We're trying to build a community of individuals who want to continue to be involved in our content, to continue to stay ahead of the game as to everyone else. And then on top of that, we want to get your predictions. We want to get your predictions and your forecast for the stocks, the cryptocurrencies, the commodities that we cover on our website. So make sure you guys come on over. It's no cost to it. It's free. And always want to make sure that you're always being tuned to the things that we are delivering in this space. So now, this stock that is a sell, that is screaming to you, that is screaming to me that it is a sell, is Slack. Slack Technologies, ticker symbol is WORK, W-O-R-K. This particular stock is screaming and selling. We're going to talk about the reason why and how low can this particular stock go before the trap actually finds some support. Now, let's talk about the performance of Slack since our last video, which you all can tell was all the way back here on March the 16th, the week of 2020. With the expectation of seeing this particular product move higher in price and work, it blew it out the water of our forecast. At least 8.59% could have been bagged to your pocket, at least. Now, let's say we wanted to get out the market in Slack right now. That will still be a profit of about 32.7%, all the way back since March 2020. The video is in our Slack playlist, so you guys can check that out to see what was talked about on that particular video. But now the market time has passed. We need to get rid of it. This is old. We need to give you all an update forecast about this particular product. So let's get rid of this. Now we're going to start off on the monthly price chart for Slack because we started a new month. So let's see how last month ended for Slack. And this is a glaring indication that Slack is definitely hinting at some weakness. And this is one of the main reasons why this particular product is screaming at us that it is not that strong. So you guys can tell that when we did our video last in March, we had our support area coming in around $20. The area is not playing that particular price, so we need to move it. That's all. So the area of support now is up here at 28. So we're going to move our line, plain and simple. That's all you have to do, is to remove where the market is not acting and not playing on. We need to move it to where it is, and it's at $28. So now the month of June has been a huge indication of a change in tone. Look at the volume. We haven't seen this much volume for Slack since it started trading on the stock exchange. And the follow-on month, July, is no better. The market in Slack tried to continue its moving higher in price, but it wasn't successful. We still closed towards the low of that monthly price bar. That's not positive. So the majority of the screaming for work is coming from the monthly price chart. So you have to look at this in a long-term view, considering that the screaming is coming from the monthly price chart. So when you look at Slack on the weekly, we're holding $28 for support, and there is a restriction area right there at 30. Okay. So the market in Slack over the last, I would say 8 weeks, has literally just been in a consolidational trading range of about $28 for support, all the way up here towards $34. Now, in that trading, what has occurred into the market in Slack? Has the market seen slight increases in price, or has the market been moving to the downside? That's the question you need to see. And you can already tell the market has been getting weaker. The only thing that is propping up Slack from really dropping in price is this area of support. So we have some market participation coming in the market in Slack around $28. That's why we're not falling substantially. Okay. Now the daily time frame in Slack, you guys can see that we are seeing a bounce, that the market is trying to move higher in price in Slack, but that's not nothing positive to speak on, because $30 is close in tow for restriction. Then we have 32 up there at the high side. So we're going to have to play this forecast in Slack on the monthly time frame. So that means you got to give opportunity for the trap to continue to work at least a month's worth. Okay. Weekly time frame, the market in Slack still looks weak, but I'm seeing some insertion of strength entering the market in Slack on a weekly basis. So from a daily to a weekly perspective, the market in Slack is hinting at some instances of strength appearing. Will that transition over into a monthly price chart? Possibly. But until we see this market in Slack break up above first the area of restriction of $32 and then eventually up to 32, the long-term view in Slack is one of weakness. So we're going to continue to play that weakness in the market in Slack. $32 is the ultimate area of restriction for Slack. Okay. Now, how low can the market go in Slack on the breakage of $28 to the downside? You can tell right here around $26.50 is to where the market in Slack can literally find some support. Okay. So we're going to give you this forecast in Slack on a weekly time frame. We're going to continue to play some of this weakness into the market. Now you can tell based off this forecast that we're not necessarily seeing a massive plummet in Slack right now, but rather let's look for the market to go lower just a tad. Okay. So we identified $28 for restriction in Slack, and you know what? We'll TP the market at $28 because we already know that that's where we have seen some strength entering the market. So that would be a 5% market move from where we are at today. So we'll run that. And then ultimately $26.50 is the area of ultimate TP. Questions, comments, simple. Make sure you can join us. I'll talk to you later.